So I got a box of birthday orchids from H&R Nurseries, and I can't open it because my box has been claimed by a cat. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. Alright, so I'm finally getting around to the unboxing, and those horrible popping sounds you hear is Pinto crushing my new orchids because I've opened the box and I have to get them out. Out, out, out. Okay, so now you know if there's any damage to the orchids that were in here, it is not the grower's fault, it's Pinto's, because he sat on everything with his fat cat body. Alright, apparently you can't change the view and record video at the same time. So here we go. I am going to do my birthday orchid unboxing. So for my birthday, since we're in quarantine, I got an order of orchids, and now you can't see anything except Pinto. Pinto, back up. Back up. Though nothing exciting's happened yet. And so I ordered a whole bunch of orchids from H&R Nurseries in Hawaii, which I think is probably like my favorite grower. And I have to say that they did not say that the rumors are false, that they're retiring soon and will be closing. I don't know what soon means. I don't know if that means next year or 2 years from now. But when I asked them about this, they just said, oh yes, we've downsized a lot. So if you like H&R, order your stuff now when you see it, because it's not going to be here later. Alright, so here we go. Thankfully, this top layer appears to just be paper, so Pinto didn't crush anything really important. Thank God. And he's not really helping, because he's now laying. You can see his ears in the video. Okay. But, yeah, like, the popping sounds were lovely, Pinto. Oh, he's going to lick his paw. He doesn't care. No care in the world. Hi, Genus, do you want to come in? Have you managed to learn how to use doors yet? Jeannie is our youngest cat and our smallest cat, and she's also perhaps the stupidest one. And she doesn't really know how to do things like open doors, which all the other cats have mastered. Come on in, Jeannie. Come on in. You can come in. You're not an orchid eater. I'll let you come in. You want to plant the paper? Go over here. Gotta go over there. Gotta go over there for the paper. Nope. I'm just gonna go back in a box. Alright, here we go. First unknown package. So I ordered a lot of orchids, which you can kind of see from right here. Like $300 worth of orchids for my birthday. I was not going to get any plants because I was in the process of having my growing area fixed since the foundation is broken. It was going to be tens of thousands of dollars, but with the stay-at-home orders in various states, it's not getting done yet. And in fact, I don't know when it's going to get done. So I went ahead and ordered orchids, which is probably the wrong move, but since I don't know when I have to shell out many thousands of dollars to have this area fixed, I ordered orchids to calm myself. Alright, so I saw a bunch of these that I ordered in this order at High Desert Orchids, and this was still in the time where I was like, no, I'm not ordering anything. I'm going to be good. I'm going to save money and pay for my repairs. And then I got the list for H&R, and I realized that a bunch of these were available from them for about half the price. So Cami Ingus, Haritoniana, you can see that. And this comes, I bought the bare root version for $12. It's very nice, lots of roots. I'm probably going to continue to grow it in a bare root version, some kind of mounted thing. I am thinking of trying it out in my very humid terrarium downstairs. And this is a pinto ear right there, and he's eating the paper. He's eating the paper. Are you eating the paper? Eating the paper? All right. So that Chemi Angus Keratin Anna, I think it's the only one in its genre, and it has these orange flowers. It was really cute. All right. This right here is Dendrobium tannii. So I grow pink elephants, which is Bracteosum, by I think Lavifolium. And tannii looks a lot similar, but everyone tells me that tannii is easier. So I got a tannii to try. But tannii looks a lot like pink elephants. It's got the same sort of pink bushy flowers. And it should be in bloom for months and months and months. My pink elephants usually blooms in the late summer around August, so we'll find out later this year if it is exactly similar. Oh, this came mounted. Ah, okay. This right here is Dendrobium lichtenastrum, and I actually got two of these. It's an Australian species. I'm told that most people grow it for the foliage. It has little yellow flowers, and you can see, turn it around right here, it's got a bud right here. Right here, trying to say, here's the bud, right there with my finger. And there's two kinds. So there's lichtenastrum by itself, which sort of has peachy pink flowers, and then there is var pentensii. And H&R had these guys for $20 each. And I will tell you that I saw this at High Desert Orchids for $40. Similar size. I didn't know how big the H&R ones would be until it's got here, but now that it's here, I can tell you that they're the same size as being offered by others for $40. Now I need to find some place to put it so Pinto doesn't chew the buds off. I have to tell you, I am such a fangirl of Harry and Roy. I was lucky enough a few years ago to take a trip to Hawaii for work. I was there for a American Crystallographic Association conference, and so I took one extra day when I got there, and I drove to H&R on the other side of Oahu, and they invited me to stay for dinner, and I still talk about it because it was so awesome. I mean, I was exhausted because I'd forgotten there would be like a 5-hour difference, and that 7 o'clock in Hawaii would really be like midnight Chicago time, and I'd really not had enough sleep. Okay, so this is lichtenastrum var pentensii. So here's the tag, and this is the pretensii right here, and you can see it has a little flower. So the flowers are not so awesome. They're very small right there. It's very hard to focus on it, I'm sure. And let me show you the difference between the two of them. So this is regular lichtenastrum, and this is the pretensii. So you can see it's much longer. It looks more like cucumbers. And as I understand it, once they start blooming, they're kind of in and out of bloom all the time. And I am thinking of trying both of them in my terrarium. Now, I also grow Wenzelii, which is another Australian, like Docrea type Dendrobium. And I did ask, and I was told that it should probably take similar conditions as Wenzelii. So I've been thinking of moving a piece of my Wenzelii into the tank because I'm such a heavy underwaterer. But and I was told Wenzelii needed not very much water, but I water so little that my Wenzelii is kind of dry all the time. So that's why I was thinking of trying these in the tank with my Wenzelii, so they would all be a little bit more moist. So let me make some room. I don't know if you can hear, it is raining in Chicago today. But we are after the spring solstice, so there's more light even though it is late in the afternoon. So this right here is Brasio Cattleya Spotted Clown. It's Lulu by Nodosa, and I looked it up. It's a white flower with tiny little purple spots all over it. And I don't know if mine, because this is actually a seedling, will look the same as the picture I found, but I thought, hey, I can grow Nodosa really well, and I can't grow Lulu very well. I suck at growing Lulu. But maybe the Nodosa, as you can see, it has more Nodosa-like leaves than Lulu-type leaves. Maybe I can grow this, and I can get the spots, because I have been trying for a long time to add spotted flowers to my collection. And I keep adding spot plants that have spotted flowers, but many of them die before I actually get them to blooming size. And also, I'm an Cattleya junkie. All right, hi Pinto. All right. And now you guys get to see Pinto's fat butt. Hey Pinto, can you move your fat butt? Can you move your fat butt? Move the fat butt. Meow, meow. Move the butt. So, and at this, if you're wondering what I'm drinking, this is a lemon drop martini. It is definitely after 4. It's definitely after happy hour. Or during happy hour, however you want to take it. But that's what happens during quarantine. We buy bottles of alcohol and we make our own drinks. Okay, so here, all right, so I should say that I suck at growing Latoria type Dendrobiums. So I've decided to solve my inability to grow Latoria type Dendrobiums by buying repetitions from H&R, who are the masters of Latoria type breeding. So this is a new one. It's called Dendrobium Chocolate Chip, and it is microchip by Norman by Entz. And Norman by Entz is Atroviolaceum varpigmi, and they renamed it recently to Norman by Entz. So it has these really cute tiny little flowers, and you can see when I hold it next to Pinto's head, here Pinto, be a model, that is really small, and it's flowering. So it's gorgeous. This is going to the tank. I put a couple of my Latoria type Dendrobiums in the tank, and they're surviving much better. I am thinking actually Latoria types, I've been having them in moss. They want to be moist, like evenly moist all the time, and they want to be cooler. I think they actually get too hot in my growing area because this gets up to 90 in here during the day, and it's just, they do okay outside in the summer because there's a lot more air movement, but there's not enough air movement in here. And so it's okay, the cool is okay, but they actually just can't take the intense heat that I have in the late fall and spring in here with no air movement. I could be wrong. I am clearly still trying to learn how to grow them correctly. The Latoria types like this do well for me for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and then they decline, and all these big fat bulbs die and turn yellow, and all the leaves fall off, and then I'm like, it's time to buy from H&R again. All right. Hi, Pinto. Are you comfortable? You want to see this? You want to see this open up? Right. Here we have Brassavola cordata. So I have been on a massive Brassavola, however you want to call it, I say Brassavola, kick to add them to my collection. And I realized that I did not have a cordata. So I, of course, had to get one while it was possible. And Pinto, can you stop rubbing my phone and showing your butt? Put your butt down. All right. He has no shame. He doesn't care. All right. So now the area where I was opening orchids is gone because Pinto's laying in it. So right here, I have Cattleya Blazing Treat, which is Rojo by Trick or Treat. Now, Rojo is a red, Cattleya, and Trick or Treat is an orange. And I could have sworn I had Blazing Treat, but apparently I looked in my database, which I admit is not 100% accurate. I did not. So I got myself one. These plants don't get that big. They're like this big, and they put out one spike from the top, and then they make a cluster of flowers. And Blazing Treat is sort of like a mix between orange and red, which is not surprising because one parent is red, one parent is orange. Pinto, maybe you should not attack that piece of paper, even if my leg is underneath it and you're thinking that perhaps I am like a hamster or something. Pinto, you're in the view. You're in the view again. Pinto, you want to come over here? Want to come over here? No? No? You're going to be a cat? Okay. Oh, this. All right. Ha ha ha. Okay. Cattleya, why not? This is probably the most expensive orchid that I got from H&R. And I debated, because I got this a few years ago. Of course, I murdered it. They put it in semi-hydro and it was probably too small. So here's the deal on it. So Cattleya, why not? That they're selling right here, this 4N version. As you can see, it's Makana K Akuna on their sales list. It's offered as a yellow. So it's a yellow cross to itself, and hopefully it will be yellow. But they're the only people I know that have a yellow why not that they're selling. And so regular why nots are red and they have a yellow throat, and I have yet to actually see what the yellow why not looks like. But of course, when I saw it a few years ago, I had to have it, and then I didn't pay enough attention to it and it died. So I am trying again. And I have a community pot of why not that I bought from them a few years ago that I also didn't pay enough attention to, and they're all very, very sad looking, like really, really sad looking. Pinto, you're still in the way here. Are you gonna leave now? Let's not show everybody your butt. I don't really think he's taking my suggestions on leaving very seriously. Okay. So this is Chisis lagensis by Lemingii, and I own two Chisis now. I own Lemingii. I thought I had this. I thought I had ordered it last time, and I don't. And I saw it at High Desert Orchids for like $20 or $30, and then I was like, oh, I have that. I don't need to buy it. And then when I was putting in my H&R order, I looked at my Chisis and realized that I just had the Lemingii and not the cross. So I don't know how this is going to flower out, but I treat Chisis like, I don't treat them like catasetums. So I water them all winter, and then they bloom in the spring. I do not stop watering them. I do not, I mean, even though they do tend to lose their leaves, I do not stop watering mine. And they don't rot. They just keep growing and then they bloom. Oh, Pinto, don't knock over my martini. Here, let me sip. Okay, there's really nothing better than opening up a box and having a martini at the same time. Ooh, here's another mounted one. Oh, it's an Encyclia. It's an Encyclia. And it's in flower. You can see the flowers, hopefully. Look at that. And it's got these cute, really adorable, look at these little round pseudobulbs. So, I tend to grow my Encyclia moss. This is my first one that's mounted, though I am thinking I have 2 different cordigeras, and they're in moss, and they're really unhappy, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to mount them. The best I've ever seen them mounted was on the trunks of palm trees in Costa Rica, and they're really happy. But I'm just worried I won't give them enough water. But I can tell you that they are not doing great in moss. So this is Practiensis right here. It's a Belize species. It's adorable, and I am gonna try it out in my tank downstairs. And Pinto, you're blocking my phone again. You're like an inveterate phone blocker, you little jerk. I have to put that one away. It's very grassy, and Pinto will surely try to eat it if he can, because that's like his job. His job is to eat my orchids whenever possible. If it's an orchid and Pinto can eat it, he will. Yesterday, he ate the flower on my blooming Awanagar apple blossom fantastic. And he doesn't have any remorse for having to do it whatsoever. I mean, thankfully I had a lot of flowers. He only ate one, but I have now one mutilated flower that looks like it's gone through the wars. All right. Ah, another Latoria type Dendrobium. Oh, and it has a spike. H&R kills me. I mean, like one of the places, like, we could move to Hawaii, except Hawaii would have very slow internet service, and I don't think I could survive that way. So this is Dendrobium Little Norman, which is Little Atro by Norman by Entz. Look at how gorgeously green it is, and look at, it has 2 buds. And just look how thick it is. I mean, it's in a 2-inch pot. It's gonna fall over. It's amazing. And I can't put it on the ground. So put it on the ground, Pinto's gonna eat it. Oh, I have no other place to put it. I have too many plants here. I need the little cup area. I'm trying to put these on my shelves like higher than Pinto can reach to keep him from eating them until I can get them properly situated. And if you want to know what I mean when I say I basically murder mine, I'll show you really quick what my Latoria types look like now. So, this is Dendrobium atroviolacea pygmy. Right here, Dendrobium atroviolacea. This is Norman by Entz. And see, there's no like leaves, and it's really yellow, and it's like the saddest thing ever. And the only thing I can also say is that at least this was a compost orchid from the Chicago Botanic Gardens where they were going to throw it out. So my slow murder of it isn't as evil as it would seem, but obviously that orchid has seen better days. Hi, Genus. Hi. No, no, don't get in the box. The box is not ready for you. The box is not ready for you. You cannot get in the box. All right, so now I have more. This is a big order. Jeannie, don't get in the box. Don't get in the box. Don't get in the box. Pinto, Pinto, can you put your head down? Jeannie, don't get in the box. Don't get it. I'm now battling a genus that wants to get in the box. She's quite determined that the box will be the best place for her. And even though she's only 9 pounds of tiny little cat, she will crush the remaining orchids. All right, here we have Cattleya hippodamia. All right, this is a seedling cross. I have a hippodamia that I bought a few years ago that's very, very dark. I'm hoping this one will have larger flowers because it is a Nodosa 4N crossed to a Clandier 4N. And so I am hoping that it will have really large flowers. And I'm hoping they'll be slightly different than the one that I already currently own since it's a seedling. And that means that the flowers aren't all exactly the same. But I bought that mostly for the 4N because I wanted bigger hippodamia flowers. But I did show in my previous video that one of the hippodamia pieces that I had has not been doing very well, and I did have to mount it out of semi-hydro where it was slowly just dying. I mean, it wasn't dead yet. Not dead yet. But I think it was heading in that direction if I kept it in semi-hydro. This is Cattleya skinneri. So I thought it would be really nice to get a skinneri to go with my Aurantiacas, to go with my Guatemalensis. So that I would have 2 parents for my Guatemalensis. And this is supposed to be a 4N crossed to itself, so hopefully it'll have really large flowers. But as you see how small it is, and we all know that my Guatemalensis is like this tall, that this is probably years away from blooming. But I will say that I have been eyeing some skinneri, some purple skinneri from Chadwick and Sons, and possibly I might get one from them. All right, this is another one of the Latoria type Dendrobiums that I ordered. This is Dendrobium Littoatro right here. And that it's Atroviolaceum by Norman Bayet. So it is the regular Atroviolaceum crossed to the Atroviolaceum pygmy, and that gives you little Atro. And I think I have, no, that's Mini Snowflake. I don't know if I have a slightly murdered copy of this to show. And I will tell you that I know that Pinto likes to chew Dendrobium, Latorian type Dendrobium. So I'm trying to put those all up to give him the best chance of survival so he won't chew the leaf. I thought I ordered a Mini Snowflake. Maybe these are all pretty big. There's 4 things left and they're pretty big. I know there's a community pot in here because I'm a community pot junkie. And H&R has probably the best community pots I've ever seen in all my years of growing, which admittedly is only like 25 years. But still, like, the best community pots I've ever seen. Okay, woohoo! Oh my god. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm doing this like slightly off camera because I'm not good at filming. This is, oh god. All right, this is Dendrobium mimiense, and you can see it makes these bushy little flowers with tanny eyes like this, except it's pink and it's smaller. Sorry, I have been talking all day. I was working earlier and I had to do some training of someone, and so I'm already a little hoarse, which is why I have the drink. But it's coming back to haunt me now. So look at the flowers on the mimiense. Look, it has 4 sets of flowers on this. They're bushy like this, and apparently when reading the description H&R, it will be bushy and flower like this for months, so I can enjoy this all summer. And I bought this really for the bushy little flowers, which I will enjoy before I murder it, because I am a terrible Dendrobium murderer. We're getting there. The third to the last. And this is, oh, okay. So I got an Ampelatium, Ascocenda Ampelatium from Nats about 2 years ago. And it's currently in bloom. So it is that pink thing blooming way up there. And so mine is, as you can see, fuchsia. And H&R says they have the orange form. And I have another plant, which I believe is Ascocentrum miniatum, but I can't say for sure because it is yet another dumpster / compost rescue, and it came without a tag. So I thought I would get Ascocentrum Ampelatium orange from H&R, bloom it, and then I can compare it to this orange one that I have that I think is miniatum, because if the flowers are different and the flowers are not the same, then I know that one is miniatum and not Ampelatium. So here's this. I think I ordered mini snowflake. I did order mini. Oh, I ordered mini snowflake as a community pot. Oh dear. No wonder there's only big ones left. So I ordered 3 community pots. I ordered chocolate. Oh no. I'm gonna have. They didn't give chocolate chip came not as a community pot but as a single. I am gonna have to write them and say, hey, you sent me the wrong one. Okay, haha. So this is Leopoldii. I was gonna say I only have 2 left, and it's not what I ordered. So Leopoldii var albina 4N by Clandier. It's a community pot. This is just because I'm a junkie for things with the Clandier in it, Crosset Clandier, and as you can tell, these are the best community pots ever. Nobody makes better, nobody provides, nobody sells better community pots than H&R. this has got to be the mini snowflake community pot. Yes, it is. So here we go. So this is Dendrobium mini snowflake as a community pot. I'm gonna have to pot these up very soon. It's like disintegrating in here. And if you want to see what happens in my care with mini snowflake, this is my mini snowflake right now. As you can see, it's on its last legs of death. So I got a replacement. Here it is. And I have many chances of growing it well. So that's my H&R haul. And there's only one mistake in it, looks like. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks.